The story of Jump Force, a complete mess on the part of Bandai Namco. Even with 40 beloved characters, they couldn't write a decent story. In this video, I will rewrite the Jump Force story using the exact same roster. Let's see if I can come up with a better story. It's your favorite Kage, Enigma Kage, bringing you yet another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you stay for a while and subscribe today. As for returning clan, how's it going, guys? Anyway, in order to tell a better story, I have to briefly run through the current one. On paper, this story sounds good, but in reality, it falls short. In Jump Force, humanity is invaded by the Venoms, an army of mind-controlled villains led by Kage and Galena. In order to fight back, many heroes are recruited to join the Jump Force under the leadership of Director Glover and his AI partner, Navigator. But a suspicious figure is using both of the Jump Force and the Venoms as an attempt to gain a mysterious artifact and merge all worlds into one. When you first begin Jump Force, Frieza attacks New York City with an army of Venoms, being confronted by Goku. However, a stray laser blast from Frieza fatally wounds a civilian caught in the war zone. Trunks revived that civilian with an advanced cybernetic device called an Umbrus Cube, giving them the potential to be a hero like them, basically forcing you to become a damn Jump Force hero. Frieza withdraws, allowing Goku and Trunks to take you back to their base, where they are greeted by Director Glover. Glover explained that the manga worlds from Jump have somehow began merging together with the real world and using their own Umbrus Cube to turn evil-hearted humans into Venoms, forcing him to create the Jump Force to quell the threat. The organization consists of heroes from the Jump worlds, along with other people saved through the cubes. The group is divided into Alpha, Beta, and Gamma teams. Goku leads Alpha to fight off the invading Venoms, Luffy leads Beta to reclaim territories from Venoms, while Naruto leads Gamma for stealthy reconnaissance. The new hero, Yu, serves as the game's player's character, is asked to join one of the divisions to help repel the invasion. Additionally, Light Yagami joins Jump Force as the world's merging has neutralized his Death Note. He secretly looks for a way to restore it. During their mission, the heroes encounter others being mind controlled by dark Umbrus Cubes that has been charged with evil energy. To counter this, Jump Force retrieves the cubes and free other heroes from the mind control and recruiting them to the ranks. Duplicates of Jump villains also appear, along with the real ones, adding to the confusion. After a while, the player rescues a girl named Angela. She happens to have amnesia. Several members of the Jump Force suddenly become possessed by evil aura during their missions, leading them to suspect a traitor is amongst them. The corporate reveals to be Angela, who is a disguise for the evil Galena. Galena steals the collection of Umbrus Cubes and gives them to her master Kane, a man seeking to wipe out humanity in revenge for the death of his family. The player pursues and defeats Kane. Glover reveals himself to be the true mastermind behind the merging of the worlds. In truth, he is Prometheus, a key man, who was charged with showing the real world the stories of Jump. However, Prometheus grew tired of humanity's vices and attempts to merge the real world and Jump world together in order to guide humanity in the right direction. Prometheus steals the player's cube for the good energy, planning to use it to balance out the evil energy he collected from the villains to become a god. King gives his cube to the player and Goku empowers them further with energy from all the Jump Force, allowing them to destroy Prometheus. However, this does not revert the real world back to the original state. At Trunks' suggestion, your character becomes the new Jump Force director and continues to protect humanity. Meanwhile, Light finds an Umbrus Cube left behind by Prometheus and voices he intends to use it to make the world a better place. Right there, guys, the game has left us on a cliffhanger. We could possibly have a possible part 2. I don't think the game needs a part 2, but that's pretty much how the story went, guys. Light served no purpose in the game. It was a complete waste of a license, in my opinion. That story sounds pretty good, but it's basically a ripoff of Xenoverse 2. Kane and Galena is Toa and Mira all over again. If they were going to copy this shit, I went all the way in. The 40 plus character roster wouldn't be so bad if they written the story like this. Your Jump avatar was actually a former special ops. Having you be a regular human was pretty dumb. It doesn't even explain why all of a sudden you are a skilled fighter just because Trunks revived you. Anyway, Trunks revives the fallen soldier after an invasion led by Frieza. Waking up from a coma, you are greeted by Director Glover. He tells you about the invasion being led by an interdimensional army known as the Venoms. The Venoms leader, Kane, has been secretly battling the Jump Force for roughly 5 years. That would explain it being the 50th anniversary, wink wink. Only now he has grown stronger to take the offense to our world. He suggests you team up with him because the fight for humanity has grown too tough for just him and Trunks alone. That's when you design your avatar. The next character you meet is Angela. She works as a special intel for Jump Force. She sends you on various recon missions around the world to close these ripples that keep showing up in various places around the world. Angela then gives you a custom Navi that travels with you, sort of like a Pokedex, that gives the players information on the Venoms or characters that they encounter. That's where the history part comes along, guys. The Jade skills are information bits learned by the Navigator. So these ripples are the Venom trying to slip through. At this time, you would only be able to fight with yourself and Trunks until you start recruiting people. The first 3 recruits are of course Luffy, Goku, and Naruto. This is when they could have copy and paste from Xenoverse, and no one would have cared. The first 3 chapters are dedicated to the big 3. CAC and Trunks and your custom Navi are ordered to close the ripples. When they get there, they are sucked into an iconic event. Let's call them legacy moments. Goku vs Frieza from Resurrection F is the first chapter. The cutscenes are dedicated to that matchup. Therefore, it will explain why we have Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan in the game. The 3-man team of Goku, your created character, and Trunks versus Frieza and 2 Venoms. The cinematic cutscenes will have Vegeta on crowd control. After defeating Frieza, he retreats, leaving behind a fragment of some sort. Throughout the game, you collect these fragments from the legacy moments. You give them to Angela and Navi will decipher them into Jade skills. The following chapters are Luffy, then Naruto. At this point, you have collected Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Mission mode will unlock Piccolo for your team, since in this story he's not getting a major role. Luffy chapter has him, Sabo, and Blackbeard. Although during Marineford arc they did not meet, they were present minus Sabo. Once again, a legacy moment is here. It's CAC, your choice of a partner, and Luffy. Defeat Blackbeard, he flees, and then wash and repeat for Naruto chapter. Naruto chapter is him, Sasuke, and your CAC versus Kaguya, Blackbeard, and a random Venom. At this time, we are introducing the other antagonists to each other. Mission mode unlocks Boa Hancock, Sanji, Zoro, Kakashi, and Boruto. I placed an unlock system to give the game some longevity. If you are fighting to unlock characters, you wouldn't have rushed into ranked match so quick and caught cancer. But anyway, guys, Light Yagami reveals himself. He's telling you that he's the second manga character following Trunks to have come to the real world 5 years ago. He's the head of the reconnaissance unit. Angela has been working with Light Yagami. Light then tells a story about how his Death Note has lost power ever since the Venoms has taken over the real world. He then explained the Umbra's Cube and the Onyx Book, plus the power it possesses. At this time, you should have 15 playable characters for the story mode. The remaining chapters continue the legacy moments, matchups featuring Kenshin and Shishio, Yusuke and Toguro, Jotaro and Dio, etc. Throughout the chapters, the Venoms continue to get stronger. They are invading other worlds and destroying them, leaving just the protagonists. Bleach has his own dedicated chapters as well, since their roster is big too. Aizen teams with Kane, but in reality he wants to control the Onyx Book for himself, so he plays nice. Legend is he who holds the Onyx Book knows all and has all power. Various jump stars are fighting for their lives as you go out and lead a helping hand, thus adding them to your ranks. The Venom eventually invades Hunter x Hunter world, looking to recruit Hisoka. Hisoka finds it pointless to team up with them, forcing an alliance with Killua and Gon. This would be the only time your CAC is not in the squad. Your unit arrives after the Venoms vs Hunter x Hunter cast fight. You recruit Gon and Killua. Hisoka tags along and hopes to fight Gon again. Kurapika is unlocked via mission mode. Kane is seen talking to an insider via cutscene. Kane says his next strike will be his greatest. This is where Saint Seiya comes into play. They attack Paris, which is fused with Sanctuary. It's your CAC, Seiya, and your choice of a character to pick. You defeat a wave of Venom, then King reveals himself. He tells your CAC he's been on the wrong team, and that a tiny whisper has been giving the Jump Force a lethal dosage of Venom from the inside. he leaves. Seiya joins Jump Force along with the rest of the cast. By this time, all the protagonists will be unlocked. Single characters such as Izuku, Asta, and Kenshiro, Ryo, and Dai will play a role, but very small since their worlds have been destroyed too. Your CEC reports to Glover, telling him of a traitor amongst us. Later, the traitor reveals to be Angela. Her actual name is Galena. Galena steals the collection of Umbra's cubes and fragments to give them to her master Kane. We then hear Kane's backstory. It's a sad, depressing one. He mentions a master cube and how the holder of both that and the Onyx book destroyed his universe. In order to restore his universe, he either has to get a certain number of Umbra's cubes or the Master Cube itself. Chapter before the final chapter, the Venoms invade Jump Force headquarters. It's your CAC and two partners of your choice versus Blackbeard, Frieza, and Aizen. After the fight, they're defeated once and for all. You head down to see Glover. He appears to be missing. And at this time, guys, the hub world is now halfway destroyed. Okay, we're gonna see some cosmetic changes. That's what I would have done. You head down to see Glover. He appears to be missing. Navigator locates Glover in New York City, where it all began. It's now CAC, Goku, and your choice versus Kaguya, Galena, and Cell. After defeating them, a beaten Galena cries out to Kane. She's met with a swift blow, and shockingly, it's Kane. He needed her Umbra's cube to power the Onyx book to restore his universe. Trunks figures out where Glover has gone to, which is the final stage. They teleport there. Glover is held hostage to the Venoms and Kane. The matchup goes as follows: CAC, Trunks, and your choice versus Kane, Dio, Toguro. After defeating them, Kane reveals his trump card, Light Yagami. Light speaks of a deal between him and Kane to obtain absolute power. Glover talks about the Child of Prophecy and how a young boy had the power to wipe out all existence. Glover reveals to be the holder of the Master Umbra's cube within. He tries to abolish Kane's universe for the sake of mankind. Light then kills Glover, taking his Umbra's cube. He then tricks Kane and grabs the Onyx book. He absorbs both Kane and the Master Cube, thus becoming the final boss. The final fight is a 1v1 fight, and it's freaking hard. After defeating Light, aka Prometheus, the CAC has the cube and the Onyx book. You figure out how to revert the universes again. Kane, Glover, Light, and Galena are forever lost. Anyway, guys, that's what I had in mind. Mind you, I'm using their components to make a story. If you have a better story in mind, I would love to hear it via DM or Twitter. I hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. This is Enigma signing off. Peace.